A couple years ago, I gave myself chronic elbow pain from chasing one-arm pull-ups. I went too hard, too fast, and I ignored the warning signs, and eventually my elbow said enough. But the worst part was I 100% knew better. I tell people all the time, don't train high-intensity progressions more than twice a week. Spend 6 to 8 weeks on each level before moving up, and let your connective tissue catch up to your muscles. I ignored my own advice, and I paid for it. Most people in this situation would stop training upper body altogether, wait for it to heal, and feel 100% before getting back to it. But that's not how tendons work. The inflammation goes down, you feel better, so you go back to training. You feel good after the warm-up, so you jump right back to the same weight or the same progression you were on before. And halfway through the workout, the pain is back and just as bad as ever. So you rest again, take more time off, wait till it feels better, go back, and it happens again. And so the vicious cycle is born. That's how weeks turn into months, and months turn into starting all over. I'm 46, and I've been training for nearly 30 years. I've had plenty of nagging injuries, and I've learned something most people never figure out. You don't stop training when you're hurt, you just train differently. So here's what's actually happening when you rest an injury. Rest reduces inflammation, that's it. The tendon, the ligament, whatever was damaged, it's still weak, and you didn't fix it. You just stopped irritating it. The moment you load it again with the same intensity, it fails again. Injured tissue needs load to heal, but it needs the right kind of load at the right intensity. This is where isometrics come in. An isometric is a contraction without movement. You're creating tension in the muscle and the tendon, but nothing's moving. No repetitive stress, no wear and tear, and no sharp pain. It lets you load the tissue, which it needs to remodel and get stronger, without the aggravation that comes from repeated reps through range of motion. I learned this from Dr. Keith Barr, one of the world's leading tendon researchers. And he's shown that isometric loading combined with collagen and vitamin C can actually accelerate tendon repair. This isn't just training around an injury, it's training to fix it. So here's the mindset shift. When you're injured, your job isn't to train hard, it's to stay in the game. A modified workout beats no workout every time. So if you can't do pull-ups because your elbow is flared up, do isometric holds. Can't squat because your knee's angry, do wall sits at a pain-free angle. You're not going backwards, you're keeping the pattern alive while the tissue heals. The goal is to never fully stop, because stopping is how you lose momentum, it's how you lose strength, how you lose the habit, and how you lose your hard-earned gains. Now here's how I approach any joint issue. Step 1, find the isometric variation. Every movement has an isometric version. A push-up, hold at the bottom position. A pull-up, a dead hang or a flex hang. A squat, a wall sit. Find the position that works the affected area without sharp pain. Now some discomfort's okay. I like to stay at a 3 out of 10 or below for the pain level. Step 2, you're gonna hold for time. 30 seconds per hold, 2 to 3 holds. Do this at least 2 to 3 times per week, but daily if you can. That's because tendons respond better to frequent short loading with rest between instead of one long session. Step 3, add collagen and vitamin C. 20 grams of collagen peptides with a squeeze of lemon juice, 30 to 60 minutes before your isometric work. That gives the tendon the raw material to rebuild while you're providing the mechanical signal with your isometrics. Step 4, and it's super important, progress slowly. As pain goes down, gradually increase the intensity or move toward dynamic reps, but don't rush it. Your tendons need time to remodel. Your muscles will feel ready long before your connective tissue is, so keep using a pain level of 3 out of 10 or below to guide your progressions. Now let me show you exactly what this looks like for elbow pain, the same protocol I use to fix mine. The first exercise is wrist extension isometrics. So sit at a table, slide your hand under the edge, knuckles facing up, press your knuckles up into the bottom of the table. Don't move, just create tension. You should feel tension through the top of your forearm and into the outside of your elbow. That's the tissue that gets inflamed with tennis elbow, lateral epicondylitis. Hold for 30 seconds, do 2 to 3 holds, and do this 2 to 3 times throughout the day if possible. Exercise number 2, wrist flexion isometric. Same position. Now put your palm on top of the table and press down. This loads the inside of your forearm and elbow. That's the tissue involved in golfer's elbow, medial epicondylitis. Same deal, 30-second holds, 2 to 3 times, spread throughout the day if you can. If the pain's on the outside, focus on the extension. If the pain's on the inside of the elbow, focus on the flexion. Do both if you're not sure, it won't hurt, and most pulling movements work both sides anyways. Now here's what it's super important for you to understand. Injuries are a part of training. If you train long enough, you're gonna get banged up. That's not failure, that's the cost of staying active. The people who train for decades aren't the ones who never get hurt, they're the ones who know how to train through it. Every injury is a chance to build a skill most people never develop, the ability to keep going when conditions aren't perfect. That's what staying capable for life actually means. It's not about perfect conditions, it's not about zero pain, it's just the knowledge and the discipline to keep showing up no matter what. This is the first video in a series. I'm gonna do a deep dive on each major joint. Knee, shoulder, low back, neck, with specific protocols for each one of them. So comment below and let me know what injury you're nursing and I'll prioritize that comment. And subscribe so you don't miss the rest of these videos. And if you want the complete training system I use, all 8 foundational movements, scaled from beginner to advanced, download the free Foundational 8 guide, links in the description and in the pinned comment. Now let's get after it.